People, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going on yet another gallery tour of the Chelsea district. That's right, some blue chip, top dollar galleries. But before we begin, if you haven't already considered subscribing, maybe do so if you want to see more gallery videos like these in the coming weeks, months, years ahead. Happy to take you along on these journeys with me. So without further ado, let's go out into the city and see what there is to see. I actually had not planned on stopping in the Yossi Milo gallery, but then I walked by and saw Hassan Hajjaj's work on display, and this is his first solo exhibition with Yossi Milo, and my eyes were instantly drawn into the space. I had to go inside. Hassan is a contemporary artist operating out of London and Marrakesh, two of my favorite cities that I visited in the world, and he's considered the Andy Warhol of Marrakesh, and you can see why when you look at the work. The Rockstars show combines color, culture, and celebrity in a way that feels very Warhol-esque, but in a North African context, and I really loved the people that he put on display. These are his heroes, his icons, his modern day inspirations for creativity that he highlights, all the way from Riz Ahmed and Cardi B to contemporary artists, his compatriots like Hank Willis Thomas, a photographer whom I also appreciate his work. So in that Warhol kind of way, imagine Andy's soup cans. Hassan does that with modern contemporary consumerist culture as well, with jars and cans and different objects that relate to or give clues about the subject he's photographing. And the fabric is just killer. The fashion on these people are just, they're dripping with swag and style, and it gives them this kind of heroic, elevated, loud aura that comes off of these subjects, and you can tell there's a reverence and an appreciation for these people and what they bring to the table. This exhibition for me was just a fun time to see people worth recognizing and another artist paying tribute to their success. Next, we're gonna head over to Gladstone Gallery on 24th Street, where one of the queens of the art world was on display, Wangechi Mutu, one of my faves, absolute faves. I have loved her work since her collages and expanse into sculpture and video thereafter. For many years, she's been one of my favorite artists to look at. In recent years, she's been making these heroic, statuesque, mysterious bronze figures that are large in scale and mighty in mythology. The two works in this show are Crocodilus and Mama Ray, two fantastic figures that are heavy and graceful in their forms. The subject matter of this work examines the underrepresentation of Black people and women in the creative imagery world. I think these figures are just stunningly beautiful and worth a see. And if I wasn't already having enough fun, I slid over to the Gemini gallery where we looked at some prints of Julie Mehretu. This is showcasing Julie's etchings or printmaking works done with the gallery in collaboration since 2008. All the different works she's made. In 2008, she started by making prints to raise money for Barack Obama's campaign, no less. As an appreciator of Julie's paintings, I have always loved her architecturally inspired paintings for many, many years. I appreciate looking at these prints because they are fun and loose and gestural, the way that I've come to associate her work in the most recent decade. I like to see the fun movement. It looks like Julie is on the canvas just expressing herself in a less calculated way, in a much more natural and intrinsic way that I assume is fun for her and therefore fun for me, the viewer, to see. I enjoyed these prints a lot. I also liked that this show was an examination of the relationship between the gallery and the artist because they had photographs of their documented working process together over the years. It's always fun when you get to see an artist kick back and enjoy a beer now and then with their collaborators. You know, this art thing is fun. You should enjoy it when you're working with good people. Kick back, have some laughs. That's always a good time. And for all you abstract painters out there who are wondering, hey, where's the paint, Alex? Show me the paint. Gehard Richter's at Gagosian for you. Your German friend is holding it down, as always, with the Blur. His cage paintings on display. I've been a fan of the Blur paintings for a long time, and I can stand back and look at these sublime, large, enveloping paintings for hours, watching the paint move just as it is. Really, really exquisite work. Gehard Richter at Gagosian. This next one, Deana Lawson at the Sikkema Jenkins Gallery. What the hell? This series of works, incredible. Her photography is so high contrast. The tones, the richness, the light and dark areas, and the range of tone in between. Really, really nice touch on the photography. It's an exploration of blackness, intergenerational blackness. You were looking at young, you're looking at older, more seasoned, more wise souls in the Black community. There's a clear emphasis on the Black lived experience in these works, and the figures are so overt, so in your face, it almost subverts, in my opinion, it subverts the idea of normalcy and whiteness or white respectability ideals. It's blackness and black spaces unapologetically, and I think the work is pretty just dynamic. Oh my god, just stop. This work makes me want to be a better artist. I'll say it. There it is. And I love when that happens. Deana Lawson, check her out. Next, the artist Raul Mourão. I hope I am saying that right. Mourão? He's Brazilian, so there's a on the end. It's very nasally. My Portuguese, it's okay, but I'm decent. Raul's work is really interesting to me because the sculptural elements are examining the idea of fences and gates, the separation between private and public, and what goes along with that, the ideas of safety or threat or danger. And I've been to São Paulo down in Brazil, and I can tell you the gates down there, beautifully geometric. I took photos of many of them, and one day I hope to make some paintings that kind of reflect that geometry, but I think Raul just blows it out of the water with his sculptures, teetering and tottering, an examination of the Brazilian flag. This work, really tremendous. I should say, this work also depends on human touch. This is one of those exhibitions where you can touch the artwork because for the things to move, the human touch is helpful for restoring that kinetic energy. Go in there, scratch, poke, do what you want. They'll be okay. These can take it. Yeah, Raul's work, definitely A1. And our final stop is the Petzel Gallery, where Simon Denny's work, Mine, is on display. And this thing was a 3-year project that he worked on tirelessly and created cardboard sculptures that kind of examines what happens when automation takes away enough of the jobs in the market. What happens to the labor force? What are we doing to each other? What are we doing to the earth? There are some wall sculptures of paper that play off of actual Amazon drone schematics or mock-ups involving balloons, like weather balloons. On the wall, sculptural elements, these are out of sight. And not for nothing, the gallery catalog for this exhibition is an actual playable board game. Yes, you heard me. Catalog is a board game. You can play. Simon Denny, absolutely vicious. Just vicious. Loved it so good. Putting you on notice. Simon Denny, go check him out. Worth your time. And there you have it, yet another tour of the Chelsea galleries in New York City. Thank you so much for coming along. I do so love our walks together. I hope to see you again. If you hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button, you'll get more videos like these in the weeks and months ahead. We can do these journeys all the time. That'd be fun. Yeah. To be fully transparent, it would also help me if you wrote something in the comments. Who was your favorite artist you saw today? Which galleries do you like? What questions do you have about the work? It's all for the algorithm, baby. Do it for the algorithm. And it helps people find the channel so they can see more artists and more galleries that you and I appreciate so much. Let's share more of the art, more of the creativity. Let's be in community together. Thanks everyone, appreciate the time, and until next time, you know what to do. Stay creative.